Hi, my name is Noah Golden. I'm the technical director and assistant director for this production of Midsummer. My job is to work with Lara and the rest of this creative team to develop the creative concepts for the show and help facilitate that vision. And then when we get a little farther on in the process, to be in charge of the technical aspects like the editing and the digital look of the production. So I've always loved music and theater and film since I was really young. I did shows when I was younger and throughout high school. When I was in college, I was journalism major, but I did do shows. And since then, I have been lucky enough to assistant direct a number of musicals, to direct a number of short plays. I've gotten to do some writing. I have gotten to play in the pit. And I think the more you can do and the more ways you can see a production from all different angles, the more well-rounded you are, the better. When not involved in theater, my day job is as a video producer and editor for Yale School of Medicine. So I'm really excited to kind of work with this team and combine my knowledge in theater and my knowledge in video editing and production and really put them together into something special. So friends of mine who are seeing this are probably pretty surprised that I'm working on this show because I've long been vocal about the fact that I'm not really a Shakespeare fan. I'm more of a Team Sondheim over Team Shakespeare person, and it's just not something that I've ever really been able to connect with. I think it's important to do things that are out of your comfort zone and do things that scare you a little bit and do things that will allow you to grow and stretch. And I hope that's something that I can pass on to the students in the show, if there's any of them who don't come at this from a place of being huge Shakespeare fans. We can work together and figure out a way to make this show interesting and relevant and meaningful. One of the things our team decided early on was to be as safe as possible, and that meant putting on a show that was digital. And one of the things that really excited me was how can we use that to our advantage instead of sitting here and wishing we could be on stage, which of course we do, but instead of mourning over that fact, we have all these new tools at our disposal. We have, cameras and Zoom and digital editing techniques and music and all these things that are different. And one thing that really excited me is how can we use those to our advantage? Even in non-pandemic times, I think theater is all about working within confines, whether that's the size of your stage, whether that's an actor who's not a great dancer. So much that we do as directors is problem solving. And some of the most creative theater comes from these limitations. So I'm really looking forward to using what could be thought of limitations that we have to do this show online and make that our advantage and make that something so that our show can stand out and be different. There's been a billion productions of Midsummer in the world, but I don't really think there's been one like what we're going to do. One reason why Fuse stands out is the caliber of the people involved. Sometimes I see with youth theater offerings that they are kind of like after-school programs, meaning that the goal is to have a place for kids to go and have fun for a couple hours, and they watch the bootleg and recreate the choreography and follow the script to the T. There's nothing wrong with that, and those groups have their purpose, but I think one thing that sets Fuse apart is we are a group of professional, really creative, really dedicated theater makers who are putting the same level of care and creativity into the show as we would if it was to be mounted at Yale Rep or Wharf. We really want to bring something new and exciting to the table. Not just do I get to pass down the knowledge that I've learned, but I myself get to learn from an amazing creative team of people who have so much professional experience, who are so creative and passionate and smart and talented. In theater, the more you do, you never stop learning. Every show, every project, you want to learn something. I want to both get better at my craft and help the next generation be better at theirs.